Hello and welcome to Tea Time Part 2 of Love, Marriage, Relationships, and the Threefold Core. If you didn't see last night's video, please go check it out. Part 1 is already up and ready for you to view. But for now, I'm going to give you a rundown of what we did last night. So, we talked about communication, clean, clear, and complete. That's a gimme. We talked about what was love. Love is not an emotion. Love is God. God is love. Love is an action, and love is a choice. Scripture backs all that up. We talked about the threefold cord, which is the Lord being intertwined into all of our relationships, boyfriend and girlfriend ships, sisterships, brotherships, whatever ships. Having the Lord present in all of those relationships makes it stronger. It makes it weave together better. It makes it work. Then the second question that I was asked was, how do you manage your emotions when you're in a marriage and your spouse doesn't want to share their heart? And is it okay to make plans for yourself as long as your spouse agrees or you have his or her approval? So, we're going to run through the steps of managing those emotions. First, you have to agree to talk. You have to agree to talk to your spouse. Second, you have to take some time and be prepared to present your side of it, to present how you feel about the situation. You have to be direct and gentle in that communication. Four, after you've been direct and you've allowed him to share his or her heart, then you begin to meet the other person's unmet needs. Then you deal with your own emotions and your own baggage. Then you re-engage, act kindly, and choose to love. And then you lastly allow the Lord to work on what you've asked and prayed about the entire time, because we know that you've prayed about it at this point. So, quick review from last night. Any questions, anything you want me to elaborate on, and inbox me. I'm ready for it. So one of the other questions that was about love, marriage, relationships, and threefold cord was, has fornication in our culture messed up most people's chances for godly, pure marriages? If I had to answer that question yes or no, I would have to say it has definitely tainted it, but I have to say in the same breath that our marriages, the home has always been under attack since the beginning of time. So, but do I think that this culture that we live in now, this 21st century culture, this, on to the next culture, has definitely played a huge factor in the ability to have a godly, pure marriage. Statistically, as far as the rate, if you're in a room of 30 people, only one of them have not had premarital sex. If you're in a room of 100 people, only 3 of them have not had premarital sex. So we are having sex, like it's nobody's business. But in that same scheme of things, we're having sex, and then when it doesn't work, what's the first thing we do? We break up. Well, if you've done that constantly as a body of believers and a body of people and a body as a generation, that's what we do, then the sanctity of marriage is already under attack, because we equate being divorced as breaking up, and they're totally different. Because when we get married, we make a covenant before God to say, for better or for worse, in sickness and in health, till death do us part. But when we get mad, the first thing we do is, I want a divorce. We don't go through the process of working out that thing. The fact that he doesn't talk to you, why is he not talking to you? Why is she not talking to you? The fact that, we are having a rough patch, because marriage is not blissful all the time. Is it wonderful? Yes. But it's two people choosing to love each other, because love is a choice. And so I think that the amount of fornication that goes on now has watered down the foundation of what our marriage is. The culture has watered down what marriage is, because we are strong, independent women, and we don't need no man. Well, that's not what the Bible tells us to do. It tells us to submit to our husbands as unto the Lord, because that's what he called us to do. And two, if your husband falls off track, you can, by your submission to him, you can help win him back to the Lord. You can help win him back and show him, the way when he gets lost. But if you independent woman and you don't need no man, then it's hard for him to rely on you, or it's hard for him to confide in you, and it's hard for him to say, you know what, she needs me, I need her, we need each other, if you're an independent woman and don't need nobody. So, I mean, we have to get out of that mindset. And husbands, we have to love our wives as Christ loved the church. He was willing to lay down his life for the church. So I feel like it's your job to know me, to know what makes me tick, to know what makes me work, to know what makes me grind my teeth and want to shove your head through the wall. Like, you need to know what I like and what I don't like, and vice versa, because you trying to know what I like, I try to know what you like, and we work together as a team. And so it's teamwork. It takes teamwork. But the amount of fornication, the amount of premarital sex that we have now has really tainted that, or watered that down, because we get in marriage and we feel like, well, let's invite Susie in, and let's not have a threefold cord. Let's have a fourfold cord. And that's not what the Lord called us, to do either. He called us one husband for one wife for one husband is what, we're supposed to be doing. And so when I get mad, I can't just storm out and break up with you. I can't just say, oh, it's over and I'm done. We have to put in the work, because it is not to be taken lightly. It's not. I mean, I know we have women, men, girls and boys, because, at this day and age, we enter into relationships at 10 and 11 years old. Like, what is that? Parents, lights on. We get into relationships at 11 and 12 years old, and so it's the norm to, let's do this for a while. If it doesn't feel right, let's break up. And even proposals aren't the way that I think that they should be. I mean, being proposed for 5 years, being proposed for more, in my opinion, more than 12 months is absurd to me. It takes 12 months to properly plan a wedding, and if you wait on a certain time of the year, then I give you a extra 3. But my thing is, we get engaged, and because it's my way of holding on to you, it's my way of keeping my ties to you, is I'm going to get engaged to Susie, Jane, Bob, and Billy. We're going to all get engaged. Y'all get engaged. We're going to have a double wedding. And then Billy and Susie ain't hitting it off right now. So y'all prolonging weddings to 3 and 4 and 5 years. But my thing is, when you get married, you're saying to the Lord, hey, Lord, this is the wife that I want for myself. I know that this is my wife. This is the woman I want to marry. I want to take time and prepare a wedding. I want to, make sure I got I'm in the right position to do what I got to do. It's not, let's get engaged and let's stay engaged for 5 years, and then after 5 years, get my ring back. Well, get your ring, I'm done. No, I don't think it's how it's be. And so I think the amount of fornication, the amount of relationships, boyfriend, girlfriend, and let me do what I want to do, and these girls ain't loyal, and he ain't there to cut that chick out. Like, that's our mindset, and that's our mentality, and that's the society we live in, and so we respond that way. And so marriages don't have the same foundations and the same stability that they used to have, and the divorce rate continues to go up. I mean, it's down now, but I mean, at this day and age, with the media playing its part, and people playing its part, and fornication playing its part, and the enemy playing its part, and us allowing that to happen, us not letting the Lord direct our steps, then we open the door for these things to happen. So, do I think that fornication in our culture changes the chances of having successful, pure marriages? Yes, I do. I think because the marriage doesn't have the same that it used to have. Then it was till death do us part. Hell or high water. And now it's, if you treat me bad, I gotta go. If you talk to me too loud, I gotta go. If you ain't got enough money, I'm out of here. If we have sex and it ain't the best sex that I've ever had, then girl, you better try it before you buy it. No, it's not. I mean, and that's not how it should be. We shouldn't try it before we buy it. But that's the advice that we give each other. So yes, I do think that it has played a huge factor in uncoiling that threefold cord that the Lord intended for us to have. So this is part 2. Part 3 is coming. We got one more question to dive into. So if you got any questions that you want to give me or ask pertaining to this one or the last one, just hit me up. We're talking about love, marriage, relationships, and the threefold cord. Thanks for tuning in. Tea time.